New Syllabus Mathematics Book 1 Updated 7th Edition Chapter number 2 Primes, Highest Common Factors and Lowest Common Multiples. Exercise 2A, Question number 5. By using a number line, arrange each of the following in ascending order. 5 numbers are given in the first part. Positive 230, negative 13, positive 23, negative 3 and positive 30. Here is the number line with 0 in the center, positive integers on the right side and negative integers on the left side. Since we are arranging these numbers in ascending order, therefore, the smallest number, negative 13, lies on the extreme left side, while the largest number, positive 230, lies on the extreme right side of the number line. Our first number is positive 230, which falls between 220 and 240. The second number is negative 13. The midpoint between 0 and negative 20 is negative 10. Since negative 13 is closest to negative 10, therefore this is the correct placement for negative 13. The third number is positive 23. The midpoint between 20 and 40 is 30. This right over here is 25, which is the midpoint between 20 and 30. Since 23 is nearest to 25, therefore this right over here is the correct placement for 23. The fourth number is negative 3. This small division is the midpoint between 0 and negative 20. This right over here is negative 5, which is the midpoint of 0 and negative 10. Since a negative 3 is nearest to negative 5, therefore this is the correct placement for negative 3. The fifth number is positive 30. This is the correct placement for positive 30, which is the midpoint between 20 and 40. Therefore, the ascending order of the given numbers is negative 13, negative 3, positive 23, positive 30, and positive 230. The second part of this question is negative 0.5, positive 150, positive 15, negative 10, and negative 3 upon 10. Here the first number is negative 0.5. The negative 10 is the midpoint between 0 and negative 20. The number right over here is negative 0.5, which is the midpoint between 0 and negative 10. The second number is positive 150, which falls between 140 and 160. The third number is positive 15. First, I'll find the correct place for 10, which is the midpoint between 0 and 20. Then I'll find the midpoint between 10 and 20, which is the correct place for 15. Our next number is negative 10, which lies between 0 and negative 20. Our next number is negative 3 upon 20. First, I will divide negative 3 by 20, which gives us negative 0.15. As negative 0.5 is the middle of 0 and negative 10, and negative 0.15 is nearest to 0, therefore this is the correct placement for negative 0.15 or negative 3 over 20. Therefore, the ascending order is negative 10, negative 0.5, negative 3 over negative 3 over 20, positive 15, and positive 150. Now moving on to question number 6. The statement is as follows. By using a number line, arrange each of the following in descending order. First part of the question is positive 130, negative 145, positive 32, negative 18, and 0. The first number is positive 130. It is easy to illustrate the number 130, which lies between 120 and 140. The second number is negative 145. Right there is negative 150, which lies between negative 140 and negative 160. Next, negative 145 is the middle point between negative 140 and negative 150. The third part is positive 32. This right here is positive 30, which is the midpoint of 20 and 40. Since 32 is closest to 30, therefore this is the correct placement for 32. The fourth part is negative 18. First, I'll mark negative 10, which is the midpoint between 0 and negative 20. Since negative 18 is closest to negative 20, therefore this is the correct place for negative 18. The last part is 0, which is the midpoint of the number line. Therefore, the descending order is positive 130, positive 32, 0, negative 18, and negative 145. The ascending and descending order can be illustrated by the arrow symbol. An arrow symbol on the right side will illustrate the ascending order, while an arrow on the left side will illustrate the descending order. Now, second part of the question is positive 3.7, negative 4.50, positive 20, and negative 5.6. The first part is positive 3.7, which falls between 3 and 4. This point right here is 3. To find 3.7, I will divide the space between 3 and 4 into 10 equal parts. Division number 7 is the correct place for 3.7. The second number is negative 4.50. This number is the midpoint between negative 4 and negative 5. This is negative 5, and this right here is negative 4.50. The third number is positive 20, which is located 20 units to the right of 0. The fourth number is negative 5.6. To illustrate this number, I will divide the space between negative 5 and negative 6 into 10 equal parts. The small division number 6 will illustrate negative 5.6. Therefore, the descending order is positive 20, positive 3.7, negative 4.50, and negative 5.6.